Thank you for taking the time out today. Know it's been a little while, but so kind of get us up to date with what's been on your thought process and like what space you've been in, and also just the theme you're trying to go for this year with your art.
Yeah, I think I wanted to catalog and show some of my artwork on my wall, and hopefully it's on your wall, other people's walls. And one of the things that's concerned me with most of my contemporaries that I meet out there is just African Americans supporting black artists.
What have you noticed as an artist, just with, black customers or patrons as opposed to other races? What have you noticed with those type of patrons as in regards to your artwork, like there?
I would have to say, I hate the stereotype, I would hate to say, but 90% of my customers that purchase my artwork, believe it or not, non-African Americans, which is disturbing at one time. I've met some of my colleagues out there, some other artists, and they say, somewhere in the era of late 90s, 2000s, black folk were a little bit more participatory in purchasing art. So I don't know if that's an economic change, or if we as a community, as a culture, don't value our artists.
So what have you noticed just with your black customers and those of other races? What's been their vibe and their comments towards your work and their support as well?
What I'd like to see is a little bit more interest vested in black folk, period, and art. It doesn't make me a difference what color the person is that purchased my paintings, of course. I think most black artists would, it's just something special when your own supports you, because you got to spend money for supplies and your time. They don't even realize how much time. I get up at 2 o'clock in the morning and paint for 4 hours every day, and I got a 9 to 5. When you come down, just to see that stuff. I think every town should have a African American museum, that you would say. I mean, look at DC. It's been all this year. They finally opening up some. I mean, all this history, all these things that we're gonna lose if people in individual communities don't support black artists and black art.
So with the current political climate, do you think, how do you plan to use your artwork to, possibly present a message, or do you even plan on doing that? Is your focus elsewhere?
Absolutely. That's a great question. I have a piece that I want to do on Obama. I mean, you've seen many pieces on President Obama and his wife, Vice President Biden, and his wife, Dr. Who's a doctor, PhD. Just see, art catalogs history. Right now, I was born in the 60s. We got a new president. It seems as though we're going through some of the same turmoils. It disturbs me that some of our youth and some of the older people are knocked around a little bit because of the climate. I'm like, read your history, know your history, and if you don't know your history, you're going to repeat it. So my art will catalog this transition of power. Nothing's new in America, Mr. Giles. Nothing's new in America. It's incredible that it seems like sometimes we just haven't learned the lesson.
So with your art, it's around your home, as everyone can see. So why did you choose to do that as opposed to having it stored somewhere or locked away in a gallery somewhere? Why do you choose to have it in your home?
Well, artists don't really become significant in most cases till they're dead, because they're not creating any more work. I mean, such as this picture of the Panthers I have here. I mean, my art speaks to how I feel, how I view things in life. It's interesting. I was in Ohio recently. My uncle said that your art is dark, and I said, can you define dark for me? What does that mean? And he said, it seems like there's just a darkness. I said, and factors around my home. I said, that's a reflection of the way the artist sees life. I mean, right now, America's going through some pretty dark times. I mean, when a dog, not that I have anything against dog, has more, will probably get more outrage if a dog is killed than a young African American person on the street. I'm gonna paint about that. I'm paint and let generations to come to understand what we went through in this period.
What are some themes outside of, the political climate that you want to focus on?
The good things. Let's talk about the good things. I mean, we have a significant amount of persons. Of course, you found about the mathematicians. They made the movie. Black directors and movie actors are coming out and they're telling stories about our history that's been archived away for years. That excites me. I want to paint pictures of people, Billie Holiday, Luther Vandross, a little old school, but my art tells a story, so it won't be your typical portrait. I don't want to tell you what it's going to be because I don't want somebody to jump on my idea, but trust me, I'm going to come out. Everything I do in my life, everything that I put on a canvas is significant, not only for the technical aspect of art, but to catalog black folk existence here in this country and in the world.
You have any final comments or anything else you'd like to add?
Yes, one of my favorite artists that's out now. I know it's a little strange. I'm 56 years old to be listening to Kendrick Lamar or J. Cole. Like, props up to you guys, man, because they are focused. They're very focused in his latest song where he says, "Sit down, be humble." That's what I want to say to the young folks out here. If someone's in our community that's affecting our community, whether it's trafficking, drugs, young ladies, anything, with all the other positive things that's going on for us educating people, we should speak out. Yeah, it's time to air some dirty laundry. Our culture is in crisis, and we need to work together collectively to heal it. So for everybody that wants to be the big fish in the pond instead of making sure that all the fish in the pond is okay, I say to you as Kendrick Lamar would say, sit down, be humble. Deuces.
Sit down, be humble. Sit down, be humble. Sit down, be humble. Sit down, be humble. Sit down, be humble.